Welcome, welcome, welcome. Time to get started on part 9 of our astronaut stream. Glad to have you back today. And if you're out there, give me a shout out in chat so I know you're there. Gonna unpause the world and get rolling. We're back at K-Leg and we're working on the ship a little bit. So first things first, let's get our helmet back on and go inside for a minute here. Now we're missing a couple of conduits on our ship. So I'm going to recondition these and install them where we're short. We're going to buff everything up real good and figure out what we're going to sell and what we're going to keep. Take a look at our money. Don't know anything right now. But the end of the shift will be coming soon. All right. Nice work. Let's put our helmet on. Go back out into the world. See what I've already got scheduled to work on. So floor tile. Repairing the door. Always an excellent way to get your skills up. And of course, just as we get rolling, we start to run out of air. Really going to have to see if we can come up with a better suit here soon. A little hungry down there, so need to check that out soon. That's those two missing conduits I was talking about. Let's go fast. Slap on the auto and crank the speed back up, see what else we can get taken care of. It's good to let it work on the ship uh, because when you really need something done, it'll decide, oh, of course, I need to patch this floor tile first, which doesn't even particularly need patching at that moment. Where we're going, but probably. What the crap? I should say. I think it wants another piece of conduit. Working on the floor again. Really need that better suit. This is driving me nuts. Actually, got to try moving my camera over a tiny little bit. See if I can uncover the warning. Still may not be able to see it. Don't really want to move it over much more. Let's see. See how that works out. Clobbered by a memory of a love now lost, you find yourself mulling over this memory again, stretching it out like an aching muscle, returning to a pain you've grown fond of because it is, at the very least, familiar. It was one of your shortest relationships. Perhaps for that very reason, it is the one that endures, the one you miss in the quiet moments. It's the sense memories that remain mostly the sound of their laugh, the softness of their forearm felt beneath your thumb, the scent of them between the ear and the nape of the neck. It's better to have loved and lost, they say. And in moments like this, when you're adrift and otherwise alone in the cold eternity of space, you believe it to be true. I feel attacked by that. It's like they know me. So we still can't see uh, the alarm. I'm just going to set myself back where I was before. This is not doing any good to have it further over. Definitely don't want to restore the airlock. Need a motherboard there. Cancel this one. Let's try this again. Damaged. Just no. Just need some polish. Is the armor all you used to spray on the dashboard of your car, supposedly to protect it from the sun? Oh, no, that was the switch, not the nav station needs a repair. It needs a motherboard as well. Okay. Suddenly the door doesn't need one. Interesting. Okay. So let's grab at least one motherboard. I bet if we looked around the station a bit, we'd find one. But we head over to We Buy Crap. I mean, scrap. There's one right there. Let's go ahead and grab two. And we're heading back out. I don't even have to put it on auto task since it already asked it to do that. What are we heading back for? Hmm. Everything now. Make parts. More steel. See where that gets us. Okay. Now he's going to not put his helmet on. There we go. Thank you. Everybody hydrate. I promise you that's only water. And this is only iced tea. No, really it is only iced tea. Speed this up for a second. This nav station alone should put us in a good position for a while, especially if the fixer is willing to buy it. Why are you unhappy? Needs another screen. Okay. Or maybe it doesn't. Early access, boys and girls. Early access. Sometimes you just have to jiggle it. I mean, metaphorically speaking, since we're talking about electronic hardware here. Crank her back up. can see we're almost done with the repair. There's the bar going away. Now we can do the restore. I don't know about you, but it always feels like I need to take a deep breath when I have my helmet on. I love everything about this game, but the music is especially nice. It's so appropriate to the game. Sometimes it's kind of upbeat, like right now. Sometimes it's very unsettling, which is, it is a noir game from intention, and I like the top-down look of it. I like the beautiful painterly uh, screens you get with the lore splashes. Uh, I just love everything about this game. They've really done a good job, and you can tell it's really getting close to actual release. I need to go and look over the last note release and see what they're saying about that. But I'll be very excited to play the final version, even if it's not the final version, because they talk about a lot of places that I'm sure they're going to add that are currently in the game. Right now, there's places you can only reach if you have a torch drive installed on your ship, which we're far from that point. Uh, maybe a couple ships from now. uh, all right. So as we can see over here, the nav station is fully repaired. So let's go see if we can sell this puppy somewhere. Actually, the other thing we want to do is see if there might be something on it that's saleable. So we're going to pick it up. We're going to discreetly install it somewhere, and then we're going to discreetly uninstall it somewhere. Come on. Oh, maybe we never. I'll be able to do it in there. Let's try and somebody's already looking here. So that seems like a bad plan. I don't have this door open or power has failed there. So maybe back here in the mechanical area. These are all CO2 scrubbers. They're actually worth quite a bit if I was willing to unplug them. But even if I plan to have sort of a less than savory career here, really don't want to damage the station, the life support on the station that I live on part time, especially at this point when I don't really have any other choice. Can we not do this? Cancel that then. There we go. Now, the reason why we're taking this risk, I'm going to lock the door to make it a little less risky. There's no problem with the installation. It's when we go to remove it that it is damaging the station and we're liable to arrest for it. The reason why we're doing this is because there may be valuable data stored on it, just like there would be on a phone. Let's lock the door real quick. Go in here, hit files. This is our phone. Do indeed have some data. A howling wolf face dramatically superimposed over three of Jupiter's largest moons, Io, Europa, and Ganymede. It's a inverse three wolf moon T-shirt, uh, which if you don't know the meme, take a moment to look it up and get the explanatory know your meme video. Uh, if we drill into here, we get detailed information about Ganymede and its history and its relationship to the other uh, areas of the solar system at this point. I'm gonna, I mean, it's detailed. I'm not gonna read it through it all for you right now, but it's always worth clicking on stuff like this, if only because things like this are going to be buried in it. And we probably can actually sell it. And this, we want to move from right over there. Pre-authorized debit application for an outdated bank account. I think this is worthless, but so. And the nav data, we won't be able to take it off the nav station, but we can create a copy of it. add that to our own navigation station, which means that any ships this nav station knew about will now have names and maybe some basic information about them, as opposed to just being asterisks in the near space, which is useful. So there's our copy, and now we can bail out of here and reverse our installation. Yeah. No, this might be considered a crime. Sue me. That's why I locked the door. Having another sip of my definitely only iced tea with no ice. And as soon as we get this uninstalled, we're gonna head over to the fixer to see if they'll buy it from us, which should put us in a pretty good place versus our finances. Safe to unlock this door from this side since nobody can see us. Yeah, Sumi. All right. Thank you for diligently working to keep the station working, functional. All right, just for fun, see what the regular licensed kiosk would offer us for this. Less than 6,000 bucks. Yeah, no, thank you. We'll leave it sitting in the lobby here for a while if necessary in order to get it sold for a better price than that. Let's go talk to the fixer. Now, in this particular run, we got quite lucky in that we made friends with the fixer during character creation, which means we didn't have to sort of snuggle up to them in order to have access to their goods and to sell them things. Never hurts to snuggle up to them because they're a valuable person to know. But we don't have to suck up to Alan quite as much as we might otherwise. And the name and age and all that seems to be variable. In this particular case, it's Alan Gilbert. They're always a criminal because they're the fixer. So we really want one of these to install on our ship, but it's going to be much better to find one and restore it. This is that suit we're looking for, which we'll be able to afford. Hopefully, if we sell this, but I want a little more pad for that. Yeah, 14,000. Nice. So versus 6, so over twice as much by going to the fixer. See if he wants anything else that we have. The answer is probably going to be no to most of it, but just want to go through real quick and make sure. Well, this was the stuff that we have on us. So he will take that orange light, which I'm not particularly interested in. And we could probably get a little better price from it if we would do a little spit shine on it. But I'm just going to go ahead and take it. He might not want it by the time we come back, and in that eventuality, we might not get that much from the licensed kiosk. So we can definitely get rid of this canister as well. Again, we'd get more for it if we polished it up, but away it goes. I'm going to hold on to that because I want it as an emergency battery for my ship. I want to hold on to that because I'm going to go ahead and install it on my ship. Uh, we'll buy those. We'll buy the power switch, but that might be useful, especially for like the mini battery. So again, all right. So much for the fixer today. We should take a minute to talk to him and be a little social. I think I actually will. Right now, he just considers us a contact. We'd like to bump that up to acquaintance, if not friend. Well, he opens up to us a bit. That's pretty darn good. Right out of the right out of the gate. We could tell him that it's all in his head and he shouldn't really worry about his insecurities, but that seems kind of rude. Remember, these are sort of generic responses. You the developers said interpret them specifically the way you want to. The For instance, the open arms in a platonic relationship might be simply punching the other guy in the shoulder. Hey, did you see the game last night? Uh, the Look at me might be check out my abs after that workout yesterday. Uh, so don't lay any particular interpretation on the exact wording of these. They're sort of general items that potentially represent a whole group of interactions. But I do like the flavor text that each one gives you. Some of them are kind of funny. I am going to tell old war stories because I'm really prone to that. And he gets awkward. Okay. Shoot the breeze. It says, hey, look at us. Hey, nice. The open arms, the lightly touch is maybe it's punch him in the shoulder, give him a little shove, push him off balance if you're drinking together or whatever. Um, Not like push them over, just, nudge them, nudge, nudge. I am going to lightly touch. This could go bad. Oh, he returns the same. So this is good. Uh, I always like to playfully threaten, but I'm going to skip it this time. Take a deep breath and nod. And notice it's pausing. It's actually our turn again. We haven't lost control. We're still just contacts. I think I'm going to wrap this up here. It'd have been nice to move us up a notch. Limit level up life if we haven't done that already, hopefully. Pretty sure it's with logic. God. Let's come what's up. Theoretically, any of the advanced moves should be more powerful than the basic moves, but it never hurts to throw in the basic moves at times as well. He asked us a metaphysics question. Nobody here is qualified to answer. One of my favorite. I never know how to respond to that one, but I'm going to burst out laughing in this case. What is the sound of one hand clapping? How they're doing. kind of want to say back off on that one, but let's shoot the breeze instead. And because, let's see if we get the, oh, show trick. Because in any D&D context, I'm always the bard, no matter what I'm actually playing. Um, we'll do any, we basically are going to flirt with anybody. We're not going to try to seduce everybody, although we'll do some of that too. But we're going to flirt with everybody just because. So we raised our eyebrows suggestively. And he asks, what's up again? Still sees this as a contact. Don't want to limit my pointless existence. Let's say, not much. Let's do another flirt. It's not getting us anywhere. Okay. Uh, smile demurely. And ask them what's up. And then I think I'm going to bail after this one. Hey, look at us. Actually, that's good. Chuckle politely. Try lightly touch again. Takes a deep breath and nods. Still a man, you are tough. I don't remember. Did we get charismatic on youthful? Yeah, beautiful, charismatic genius. We should be killing this one. Uh, sorry, Alan. Let's go back to our conversation for just a second. Let's talk about the weather on the station. Commenting about the recent humidity and temperature. They open up about their securities. See, I see them as a friend. What the hell, Alan? Uh, open up. Let's do the flirt reply. Because, again, Bard. Change the subject. Okay. We're going to end this conversation because it's just not getting us where we want to go with him. I would have thought we would have hit acquaintance, minutes ago at this point. I mean, in a realistic conversation. All right. We're just going to go ahead and say later. Later, skater. Wow, I just really dated myself, didn't I? Okay. Let's see if he had anything else. Nope. All right. Let's see who the bartender is here. Lucky Marine Games, if you get a chance to see this, I always think of this bartender as being Neil, even though I know you're a bar manager. Parker Bell. It's just, oops. But the love life, why not? because, bartenders are your cut rate therapist. Uh, the urgency of their situation, which we knew what their situation was. Um, hmm, don't worry, it's all in your head. Rudest possible response. I mean, I don't mean it to be rude, but generically saying it without saying exactly that. And I want to keep an eye on how they're feeling over here. Wait. Oh, and again, because I'm the bard, we're going to flirt with everybody. He's like, dude, I'm trying to work here. Oh, hey, look at us. Um, let's do the nod. Smile demurely. And ask what's up. See, we still see each other as stranger. Being charismatic may not be quite the buff it used to be in the latest build. Nobody's qualified to answer. Burst out laughing. We need to come up with more Zen cones to use other than the sound of one hand clapping. It's the only one that immediately comes to mind. Gently places their hand. Sure. Boom. Acquaintance. I love it. I love it. All right. So wait for the reply. Open up about their securities. I don't want to just bail off now, but I've basically accomplished what I was after in this conversation. Commiserate. Reassure with logic. It's not completely horrible. Hmm. Barker takes a deep breath and nods. Like it, like it, like it. I want to hire him as a crew. Probably wouldn't want to anyway. It's just do ask about skills. People like it when you're interested in them. We take a call from Ricardo, law enforcement officer with fear in their voice. They'd like a meeting with you as soon as possible. Bill is skilled at zero-G movement and operation. Sounds like he would be a good person to hire as a crew. We're not nearly ready for that at this point. Go ahead and say later, alligator. Hopefully he'll reply with the appropriately coded after while crocodile. Okay. Unpause so we can see if he's going to say anything else to us. And off we go. Oh, I'm in Mescaform, or the old Emporium. I need to go back to the port. Don't really think I have anything else I want to sell at this moment, but we're going to look at everything through the license kiosk just to make sure. I forgot to see if he would buy some of those. They won't, so he probably won't either. As soon as we can upgrade to a machete, or better yet, an actual sword, uh, we're going to grab one of those. Katana, that was the word I was looking for. Really. These guys get up to snuff. I'm going to sell the patches. Saving the canister. Even though I really think we shouldn't. That's correct. So this too. We're going to sell this. I need to go ahead and buff it up. It's a fully charged battery. I'm going to hold on to that. It doesn't take up a lot of room. Well, we don't have a lot of room at this moment. All right. We're hungry, so let's go grab something fun. I'm feeling the kebab. Let's put it straight into our hand. Mere $270 for a meal. For street cart food at that. Yum yum. All right. Let's wander for a second, just in case somebody has dropped something that we want to use. Doesn't look like it. We're going here and see what I left behind earlier and see if we need to restock these guys. Let's go ahead and grab some of the steel. stock up on too much of this because we're probably going to find more. Okay, let's head out again. Actually, let's do some work on the ship. We're going to go ahead and put a cut in right here. And I'll see you in just a few minutes for episode 10, Ostranauts. See you soon.